say maybe my utilities is, make it easy to calculate 1,000. Yeah. And what else? Maybe for me, I have other fixed costs that maybe my staff. This is my full-time staff. So I have 5 staff, maybe I have 15,000. 15,000. What other fixed costs we have, Nash? Okay, I just call miscellaneous. Right, so I'm not so sure. So maybe your medical is almost every month the same. So I put aside
tech cost. Oh.
Okay, let's say
technology cost.
Yeah, but that's not.
There's a capex, right?
No, that's capex. So let's say I have a broadband. This line, I call that this line. Usually I put under utilities. I pay 1,500 for this line. Say I pay 1,500 for this line, or my server hosting. 1,500. Okay, let me add this up. How much is that? 4, 5, 20, 23, 24,500. So we have 24,500. Am I right? Okay. Now, let me say that I sign a contract for a place for the variable cost is the project cost. So I sign an OPEX, CAPEX. I renovate my office for say 300,000. I renovate my office 300,000. And I sign a contract for 7 years, 84 months. So, and over the next 7 years, I will buy my hardware. Let's say I assume my hardware. Okay, I'll do three round of purchase, 3 times purchase of hardware. And my hardware is say it cost me about 80K, right? So 80K, so times 3, so 80, 240. So I say about 280,000 in case I have a provision. Okay. So how much is my capex here? It's 580,000. So I have 580,000 divided by 84. How much is that? This month, this is also 1 month. 580 divided by 84?
6,905.
Huh? 6,905.
6,905.
Yeah. 6,905. So what is my actual cost? 30,000, 31,000
plus 31,405.
Okay, say 500. Okay?
Okay.
I draw up already, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, so I'm an IT firm. My variable cost is that I use manpower to do something. So I can calculate my actual part-time staff, full-time staff, and my staff cost. These are critical guy, project team, part-timers, so I can calculate this, right? But don't forget, this per month. So for this project, how long I'll do this project? We estimate a project, say this project will take about 9 months. So what do? I do this 31 times 9 months. My cover charge will times 9 months. So this is my cover per month. So in technology, usually if I'm doing software or this, I use per month. So apart from the future cost, so I add in the project duration. This is the duration. My cover is my duration times duration.
Okay.
To cover this one. Okay, so this is my cover. the basic cover that I have to cover my cost. And this is my duration. So I charge them based on time base, right? Because everything else has been paid for. Now it's just become a time base. Now this is a typical tech company's calculation. Hardware taken care of as well. Okay. Now if you have special hardware, pertaining to this project, you can add it to special hardware. Okay, then you add in the special to the variable cost. Means this hardware come about only because you have this project. So let's say my staff cost, my unique staff cost, special staff cost, it's about say another 27,000. And my project team, maybe I have so another say 30,000. It's a big project. And my part-time cost maybe is maybe 30,000 also. My special hardware for the project, one-off. This is one-off. So maybe 130,000. Now, this I calculate here first. 30, 60, 70, 80, 87,000. So it's 87,000. Times my duration, also 9 months. So here is my variable cost.
Variable times duration.
And here, special hardware cost. That is my cost price. Okay, how much? Let's add this together in the real term. Can we add this next 31,005 times 9? Okay, 87 plus 31,005 times 9. These two add together times 9 plus 130,000.
500.
1.9.
1.96.500
million, right?
Yeah.
This is my cost. Now, what's the profit margin I want to have? I want to have, say, 30% margin. At 30% margin. So what do I do? This one is divided by 0.7, right?
0.7.
Yeah, by 70% times 100%. So I will have times 100% times 100%. So what should be my billing for Danny? What will the billing be? So 1.196. So my bill will become 1.196 divided by 70 times 100.
1.709 million.
So I have to bill at 1.7 million to get my 30% margin. You get the idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Noted.
Okay, next maybe we ask about 5%. What strikes then?
Can. All right. I think some people who were in the rooms, I hear a lot of people sharing. Let's start with who's here? Isan, what strikes you? Look at your face. What strikes you, Isan?
Hi everyone. Okay, actually I have a question. More like a question.
Okay.
I asked before and Nash replied. I asked, how do you derive 28 minus 3 divided by 4 when calculating PE just now?
No. Don't use the formula. See how many rounds you do.
Okay.
It's happened that just now we have 4 rounds.
Okay, but the 28, value of 28,
No, the 28, I'm doing retail. I'm using my news as a retail benchmark. You can also use Mr. DIY. So what you need to do, okay, next you continue first of all, I search for my internet.
Okay, Isan. So Mr. DIY punya IPO is 33 PE multiple.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Angel round is 3.
So I look for the price first.
So if you look at 33 PE minus 3 is 30, right?
Okay.
No. That's I think. Let's put at the real today. Today the
Oh,
P
real
is
today.
53 times.
Okay. 53 now. Okay, 53.
Today, can you see this? This
That was
Mr.
the APO.
Pai, Mr.
Yes,
DIY Group. As a retailer, he's have a P of 53.5 times.
Okay.
Alright. So what I do, 53.5 minus, if my reference is 5, for example, I love you a lot. So 53.5 minus 5, how much is that? 53.5 minus 5, how much is that?
48.
48.5.
48, right?
48.5.
48.5 divided by the number of rounds. So what's the number of rounds? So it depends on our design. So in the if you look at the group that in the what group was that? In the Telegram group, I throw you the all the rounds that in fundraising, right? Let's say, do I need to unshare and share again?
Okay, I can unshare.
Okay, then I share again. You see all this round? Can you see the round? Gojek, 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, 4 round, 5 round, 6 round, 7 round, 8 round, 9 round, 10 round. You distribute by the number of rounds that you're doing. Like for example, this is what's this? This is Oyo, how many rounds he do, right? Or you're doing what? This Grab, man. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, this is the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 8 round. Right? So you go by the number of round that you want to distribute. So that's for your preliminary planning. Right? So look for the reference P minus our angel round, distribute by the number of rounds that you are planning to do.
So the number of rounds to be divided is after the angel round, right?
Yeah, but sometimes we never do that many rounds. But you always have a planning, right? Your planning will form that round. So we always work on the plan rounds, that's all.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Wong. Thank you, Nash.
Okay. Thank you, Isan. Alright. Let's get
Great.
to Muiza.
Yeah, Muiza.
Okay. Muiza.
Hello. Actually, today is about the cover charge. So I think a lot of us, as an entrepreneur, we miss out the cover charge, and so usually who will need to handle is us and our company. And then, Dr. Wong, I have a question, but this question is actually based on the Telegram that you share about the owner's company. So what does that mean? Means the owner's company has been listed in the apa nama? Dekat bursa, right? I don't know, in the
Nasdaq.
listed lah, Nasdaq. Okay, but then once it has been listed, what does that means when the
Down round.
what does that mean?
Okay. Let me do a down round. Should I teach this one? But if I teach this one, some of you may get confused. So okay, Nash, you take on from there while I prepare the PowerPoint to teach.
Okay.
Yeah, this is dangerous. I'm going to teach you something very dangerous.
Okay, so a down round, by the way, while Dr. Wong is going to do this, is actually when your valuation, let's say you got 20,000, 20 million, 40 million, 80 million, and then next round, the 80 million, you think you can do 90 million, just want to do little up, but what happens is the investor before that round will experience a down round. It's like they feel that the value of the business
down round thing,
of the
okay?
investment go down.
Now, let's say I have a IPO. Is it big enough? I can't see it. Okay. Now, let's say we have a IPO, say 300 million. Modest. Okay. Theoretically, IV round, what do we do? What do we do?
Say 150
IV
lah.
round.
140.
Let the other have a chance. 140,
Sorry.
right? Okay. And then we have, this is what you design. It's good. PE round, right? And what do you get? Okay, some of you will just exactly half 70 million. Some of you will do that. Okay? And let's say we have a venture capital round. What do you do? You put a 35 million. Some of you put 30 million. Okay, so I put 30 million. So it was fine. And let's say I do an angel round. And I put an angel round at say 12 million. Okay, let's look at this. And I wanted to raise 10%. How much should I raise? How much should I raise?
1.2.
1.2 million. So I went to, with my term sheet, everything, I want to raise 1.2 million. But unfortunately, I only managed to sell 400K. Instead of 1.2 million. But I wrote in my term sheet, my minimum sum is 300K. So do I need to refund them?
No.
Because I wrote my minimum sum is 300K, so I overshot my minimum sum so I can use this money. Am I right? But I'm still short. I'm short of 800K. Am I right? I was trying to hope to get 1.2 million. I'm short of this. So I thought that I want to do an angel too. Okay, so my corporate secretary convinced me that I should do angel too. So Nash agreed that we do angel too. And what do? We also do a 12 million. And we do a, how much is 800K over 1.2 million? How much is 800K over 1.2 million?
%75.
7.5%, right? Am I right?
Yep.
So 7.5% of 12 million, what do I get? Can I do that? So some of us, the corporate secretary, they do not know this. Some of them, most of them do not know this. So they will say, okay, do an angel too, 12.5%. So what will happen to the investors? Now, let's say that there were investors who do 400,000 over 1.2 million. How many percent are they holding? The guy who invested 400,000 over 1.2 million, how many percent are they holding? Huh?
2.5.
2.5%. So they're holding 2.5% of 12 million.
They also get diluted.
Correct? But when you do dilution of 7.5, what do they times? Times 0.925. Am I right? This round. 7.5. So 2.5 times 0.925, how many percent you end up? 2.5 times 0.925?
2.3.
2.3% of 12 million. You realize that before the fundraising, they have 400K. After fundraising, how much they have? 2.3% of 12 million is the down round. (2.3% of 12 million. Should someone do 2.3% of 12 million?
276,000.
Huh?
276.
I can sue you, Muiza, because before you do fundraising, I dropped that. Now, what happened if I do this to 13 million, 13 million, right? So, 800K, let's say 800K divided by, oh, sorry,
900K.
Huh?
It'll be 900K now.
No, let's say I don't want to do 7.5. Let's say I do 10%. I raise 1.3 million, am I right? So you think it's okay? 12 million become 13 million. But what happened to my 2.5% times 0.9? 2.5% times 0.9, how much is that? 2.5 times 0.9?
2.25. 2.25.
2.25 times 30 million, how much is that?
29.25.
292.5. Still a down round. I can still sue you. So theoretically, you are adding the valuation, but you are resulting to a down round to the investors. Now this one happened a lot when the designer didn't realize. So we have a lot of problem with people who teach FRM. Anyway, no one teach FRM except us. So a lot of people copy what we teach, and they don't teach it in full. They create a lot of down round in the market. So this is a very dangerous thing that we see.
Dr. Wong, this one happened before listed or after listed?
Before listing, after listing, whatever, right? It even happened to people with there's a company that invests called Miracle Land. They got a consultant who proposed the down round without realizing it. I mean, a IPO consultant proposed a down round without realizing it. How can it be? If I wasn't sitting on the board to check on the thing, they would have done a down round IPO.
So when you're trading in the free market, how does a down round happen? If they issue new shares and then that shares are not taken up, no volume?
No, that's why the way we design the IPO is very important. IPO is not pakai taro. It is really by design.
No, if it's already IPO already, like just now the
Oh
company.
no, after IPO, it's just the market forces. The share price collapse, the share price drops.
I see. So these guys they went IPO and they dropped the price lah. That's
So this is when you are designing, you are doing a conscious design called FRM and you design wrongly.
I see.
It's like engineer design a column that never touched the ground.
I see.
Right? No, it's not.
So,
Dr. Wong, just now, when you cannot raise the fund, that what your target, like the one that we targeted about 1.2, then you can always only 400. And then if you don't achieve, then you have, I understand that you have to return back, right? Rather than going to annual.
That's why your minimum sum is very important. So do you remember in our lecture last time, there's a minimum sum. You have to write a minimum sum that you want to raise. Because for example, let's say I'm to raise fund to open 8 clinics. And one clinic is only 300,000, right? I'm raising 2.4 million. So my minimum sum will be the minimum viable product to be raised. That's my minimum thing I do.
Then if you cannot raise to that minimum sum, then you have to return back. Then you have to
return the whole thing because the money, the proceed cannot be used.
Right.
It's not even enough. Let's say you want to raise the money to buy a Proton, a car, but you raise only 14,000. How to buy a car? Right? You cannot get a loan, for example. Okay, so this is the thing. Alice?
Doctor, I do aware on what you are showing just now, showing the down round calculations. So like what you mentioned for the first round, initially we want to actually raise 1.2 million, okay? But for the first round, we only success to raise for 400,000, say, okay? So only enough to open up for one branch. So what is the right calculations if we wanted to continue to raise for the balance of 800,000?
Yeah, I think that's why I say it's very dangerous because I'm instead of doing it at 24 hours, I'm doing it online. This is very dangerous. Okay, let's play this way. Let's forget about how much I raise. Now, for example, let's say now this is angel round. To make it easy, I do 10%. How much do I raise?
Doctor, you share screen?
Oh, sorry. I didn't share screen.
Okay.
Where am I? I'm so confident talking to myself. Okay. Can you see? Share screen?
Yes.
I have an angel round, 12 million. I did a 10%, I raised 1.2 million. And you know what? I successfully raised the whole thing. Right? Option B. I raised the whole thing. So I raised in full. I'm so confident. Next round, I still got a lot of buyer. I raised 20%. How much do I raise 20% here? How much I raise here?
30
20%.
million. 30 million. And then 3 million.
Is this valid? From the way you design, you successfully raise 3 million. So how much we have? 4.2 million, right? Let's look at the effect. I think. Now the person who own 10% here will own 8% here. Am I right? He diluted 8%. 10% of 12 million is 1.2 million. 8% of 15 million is how much? 8% of 15 million.
$12 million.
1.2 million.
1.2.
You think I'll be happy?
No.
Why? By right, I'm supposed to gain, right? I took a heavier risk. I didn't gain anything. Now, this is the borderline. This is the borderline of the down round. Well, I just want you to know there's a thing called down round. But I think we should not be talking about this round here because it's going to make a lot of people confused because you have to learn in sequence. So there's a thing called down round. So I try not to touch on this down round unless we reach the lecture because now I jump this lecture, everybody will get confused at the end. Okay?
Yep.
So we're going to talk about financial control in the future, but today we talk about share expertise business model. So what is a share expertise business model? You know,